The heartbreaking images circulating of black and ethnic minority men, women and children trapped in Ukraine as the fighting inches ever closer, struggling to make it out the country like tens of thousands of others, but being refused safe passage across the borders of neighboring states, pushed back by officials. The UN's High Commissioner for Refugees, Filippo Grandi, shone a spotlight on the crisis whilst highlighting the humanitarian cost of the current violence. But for those hoping to find safety in the chaos, help has been slow in coming. Journalist Ted Kofi, originally from West Africa, is appalled by the plight of those fleeing, many of whom are international students.
It's slightly cheaper to get that kind of education in the Ukraine than it is in Western Europe or the United States of America. So these aren't just hobos who are hustling a living in a foreign country. And even if they were, the issues around racism here just completely undermine any notion of the idea that a person in distress has a right to be treated like a human being.
Europe has always had a complicated relationship with those coming to its shores from a black and ethnic minority background. But the hope is that countries whose citizens have been impacted can now coordinate their efforts and give those residents the help they truly need. There are signs that help is coming. Border officials are being given clearer instructions and consular assistance is being ramped up for those who need it. But for many, more should have been done and sooner.
The African governments should have had their ducks lined in a row. They should have had contingency plans laid out to get their own out of these places through safe corridors. They didn't. They got caught. They got caught with their pants down. And who's going to pay? Two things: their public image across the world, and secondly, the welfare of their own citizens abroad.
When the dust settles, some analysts are urging follow-up action so there is never a repeat of these ugly scenes.
Once they're evacuated back home in Africa, African leaders should raise this issue with the UN High Commissioner for Refugees, because what is happening is just beyond belief. It's not acceptable.
The hope is that there's a cessation of violence soon, so no more refugees are created.